Okay, so welcome back to the Open Studio with myself. I'm currently sat here with Artyom from Team Ukraine.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me today. So I just found out literally just now that your first ever Battle of the Nations was the first Battle of the Nations. So here we are 10 years later. So I was wondering for you, what have been the big changes from the first one to now?
Yeah, sure. The first Battle of the Nation, as everyone knows, started in Ukraine, in my motherland, in beautiful fortress Khotin in 2010. And it was really the first huge event, international event, where 4 different nations participated and discovered who's the best on the battlefield. There were Ukraine, Russian, Poland and Belarus. And it was really the huge step forward in the level of the sport, because the first authentic rules and demands to the equipment appeared. And it's literally funny that on the 10th we faced again with these authentic rules with much higher demand, and it's good because sport develops itself and it attracts more people all over the world. So I'm really proud that Battle of the Nations proceed for the last 10 years and make the good progress.
Given your experience of the last 10 years of Battle of the Nations, what countries have you come up against in those 10 years so you feel year on year are improving?
Of course, United Kingdom, one of the brilliant improvements through years, because I recall them, if I'm not mistaken, the first time in France in 2013.
Yeah.
They was quite young, but also, if I'm not mistaken, they won the prize for the great starting point.
They did, yeah, correct.
And right now they are really cool fighters, and we fight with White Company and United Kingdom teams several times, and even these Battle of the Nations, our Ukraine won, they lose to UK won, and it was honest, honor and beautiful fight.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. I mean, I've fought against a number of the Ukrainian teams in my fighting career, and I've always loved the honor that your team shows. Everyone you fight, doesn't matter if they're brand new or been doing it for 10 years, same as you. But I think it's one of the things you see with most fighters. It's very unusual to come across fighters, and it's one of the things that's great about this sport in general, that level of comradeship and honor between different fighters. So Artyom, I know you've got to go back for your 30 versus 30 now, so I want to say thank you so much for joining us.
No worries.
You can join me and Gavin back on the live stream for everything going on for the rest of this year's 10th edition of Battle of the Nations.